It's day 357. Today was a pretty good day. Finally back in the flow of things. I basically worked all day on the software that I'm building, which is, I guess I could just be open face about it. I'm building a software called Glowfolio, and it's basically a influencer style software that allows people to create media kits. So basically like template designed stuff to show like their social media links, like what they can do, their experience about them, stuff like that. And it all is self-hosted on our website. And then the other feature of our software, which is really the bulk of it, is it's going to be a database full of like tens of thousands of brands with their email and like with their general email. So like, hey at brand, or like contact at brand, and then the personal people at each brands that are responsible of partnerships. And the whole goal of this is to allow micro influencers to reach out to brands at scale and consistently find the right brand and the right person to contact and have it all automated. And so what that means is, like, depending on the plan they're on, it'll be like one click. Like they find a brand that they want to work with, in one click they'll be able to send an email. We'll send an email for them through their email on their behalf to that brand with like subject lines that we provide, email templates that we provide, and it's just one click. So it's like they just find a brand they want to work with, they just click send, or email automatically does it for them, and then they can just keep moving on with their day, or send more and more emails depending on their plan. So all in all, it's a pretty good process, and it is kind of like a blue ocean market, because there are a lot of businesses that target like the other side of things, which is like softwares for brands that want to get micro influencers, but there's not a software for micro influencers that want to get brands. So it doesn't exist yet. It's a small space, but at the same time it's really not, because there's probably like tens of millions of micro influencers in the world, and that number is increasing every single day, and it's like no one really has a product that's made for them. And the reason why it's valuable is because, I mean, the average micro, why the fuck do I keep fucking that word up? Micro influencer takes like, contacting like 20 brands would probably take them like 2 hours, you know what I mean? To find the brand, to find the email, to draft up the message, to hit send 20 different times. It's like we're condensing that into like 3 minutes, and they get a media kit that's personalized to them, that they can customize the design, like a fully professional looking media kit that's hosted on our website. So it looks very professional. Like they have their own page on our website, like glowfolio.co/ their name or their username. So it's incredibly valuable. But yeah, I'm building that right now. I mean, nothing's concrete, but I do think it's a good idea. And the reason I'm really doing it is because I probably mentioned this before, but I mean, the influencer course that we've been selling has been doing good, and we're set to scale next month. But it's like our metrics are good, you know what I mean? Like we're converting at like 1% now. So it's like, if I could just convert 1% on a software offer, I can make a lot more money, and long-term money, because it's a monthly subscription, so I get them addicted, you know what I mean? And there's just a lot of potential with this. Like I think this is very, very valuable for micro influencers to use, and there's nothing like it on the market. And I have the channel of distribution already locked down. Like I can do cold email, and I can send millions. Like there are probably millions of micro influencers on TikTok with their email in their bio that I'm gonna scrape, that I'm gonna send to them. You know what I mean? It's like, if I just convert 1% of 1 million or 2 or 3 million, like that's insane numbers. You know what I mean? And 1% is not an insane conversion rate through email. At least in our experience, we're converting at like 1 to 2%. So overall, I think it's a good business, and that's what I'm gonna be working on for the foreseeable future, alongside with the influencer business because it is working and we're scaling and we're making decent money. It's actually been kind of tapering off. Not well, we are switching to just one style of outreach, and what that means is we're just sending batches of 3,000 every 5 days. So it's like 3,000 leads contacted, not a lot. Our last batch did actually really bad, and I think it was just probably bad leads. I mean, we're sending another 3,000 sent today, so in a couple days we'll be able to see if it was really bad leads or if something else is wrong. But we're like the leads that I'm sending to like this group and our last group are like the bottom of the barrel leads, not in the sense of like they're the lowest quality. I mean, they might be, but they're the last people on our list that we're contacting. You know what I mean? Like, we're out of leads after this, so I need to scrape more. And then I mean, next month, like I said, we're scaling, so we're gonna 5x that volume. So instead of 3,000, it'll be 15,000. And it's like if we convert 1%, 150 sales. That's not too bad. So yeah, we'll see how that goes next month. But honestly, the software is my main focus, and it's coming along pretty good. So far, I've got the website done. I've got the login flow done. I've got the onboarding process. Like the whole back end, like user dashboard, stuff like that. And I have like the first media kit generator, kind of like minimum viable product of it done, but it needs a lot of expansion work and a lot of refinement. But like the core process works, and you can edit your media kit and you can post it and you can change the color scheme and everything in between, and you can see the page live, and that all works. So it's just about scaling. After that, after I refine this, it's really just like the database, which is not too hard. It'll probably be easier than what I'm doing right now. And then the email automation, which is kind of done for you. Because originally, I was just gonna do like one click, it opens their email client or their email app, and like with the email already drafted up, all they have to do is hit send. But it's like a third party kind of thing. With this new automation that I figured out, you can do, it's like officially through Google or through Gmail, you can send on their behalf completely, so they don't even have to leave the website or the app. They just send, boom, done. And like this could almost be it could be turned into kind of like a Tinder almost, where it's like we just give them a feed of brands, they see some information about them, they can swipe right or left. They swipe right, we automatically send an email for them, fully drafted, fully customized to what they want to say. And if they swipe left, then the next brand. So, and that's very doable, and it's not very hard. I mean, it'll be hard, but it won't be impossible for me to do with like AI assisted coding. So it's very interesting. It's coming along. I mean, like I said, I'm probably like 20 to 30%. I think by the end of the week, I'll have like a very minimum viable product, like a working, like robust version with like the media kit generator, the email automation, and the database of brands. But I mean, I'm gonna spend the next 2 weeks after that just refining everything. It's very important that the user experience and the user interface is super dialed in and frictionless and intuitive as fuck. So those are some things I'm working on. But yeah, in the next few weeks I should be fully done. We should be ready to launch, hit the ground running, contact like 100,000 people in the first month. We convert at 1%, could be looking good. So that's what I've been focused on. And yeah, that does it for me today, and I'll see you all tomorrow.